Assalamu alaikum, my brothers. Let me just explain further on Quran and other sciences. In the university, I think 6 months or so in the first year, I was reading Abdullah Yusuf Ali's translation of the Holy Quran. I spent more time reading it than actually studying anatomy and other subjects. You see, I was in trouble because they have got the same receptors, temporal lobes, and the same system of understanding, logic, and differentiations. So after the next 6 months, I refused to read. Naturally, my gradings will be down because I made up my mind to leave the university, medicine, and go and study Islamic studies. But unfortunately, my connections could not made me not to be successful. So I had to repeat my first year. So you cannot match science with studying Islam, the Holy Quran, because as I said, they have got the same receptors and the method of reasoning. And you cannot match the beauty of reason, its permeation into the cells of the body like any other subject. So I kept on reading Abdullah Yusuf Ali because that was the only book available. Pictal is not good, Saleh not very good. But later on, Abdul Allah Maudidi book was available in Nigeria, and then I also got it. But the Holy Quran is different between the Tawheed in English language, the history in English language, and other things translated. But we should understand that that is not actually the core of the purpose of sending Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam to mankind. I was an expert definitely in tafsir of the Holy Quran, referring to Abdullah Yusuf Ali and Abdul Allah Maududi. The history of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the Sahabas written in English language, and also the Tawheed, especially by Al-Tawheed, mostly from Iranians. Fantastic arguments. So after 1990, I was not interested in improving my Arabic language. But when I was insulted that I am like a Jew, I said, well, Arabic, I learned it, and I was warned that Arabic is an evaporating language. You cannot claim knowing every word and the meaning. So just have a dictionary by your side, and you must be reading it on and on. So I made up my mind to start reading Arabic texts, but not the translation of the Holy Quran, but because I think I am perfect. Abdul Maudidi translation, the 16 volumes, is fantastic. You don't need any other textbook in Arabic except, craziness. But the Sunnah is distinct. You will never understand the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and enter paradise without learning Arabic language. This is my stand. And nobody can come and say I am a liar or dispute with me unless he is an idiot or selfish, arrogant. I'm talking from my personal experience. My understanding on the Sunnah was after 1990, not before 1990, because before 1990 I was a first-class muqallid. First-class muqallid on the obligatory prayers. Making mistakes, right, center, up, down, circumferentially making mistakes. innovation. But when I began to read the Arabic sharhs and the nahaw, the usul, fiqh, differentiations, like I learned in histology, blood count, everything in medicine is differentiation. You must know the differences, although they can be similar. But you have to perform another test in order to know the right cause of the disease and what treatment to give. That is what we should understand, we Muslims. We are jokers. And I will advise you to divide your life into two. Don't put too much emphasis on Islam, because you will not get good job. You will not get a good job. You just remain as a teacher. If I didn't study medicine, as I was told by Abu Bakr Gumi, that if I become a doctor, my paradise is better than him, because he is a judge. Nobody will come to him because people will be running away from him. But I am a doctor. Through my approach of leniency, pity, mercy, people will be interested in Islam and they will accept it. That was the reason he gave me. And he refused to get me a school in Saudi Arabia or any other, in Kuwait, because his friends were from Kuwait. So this is my advice to the Muslim Ummah. Get a decent job, pay attention to it until you graduate. Even if you are going to get a PhD, try to get a PhD. But if you live long after your retirement, or if you have time, keep on reading Arabic books in Islam on the Sunnah. Then you find your own mistakes, because you are an individual. You are an individual. You don't rely on anybody on the Sunnah. You are the individual. It has been explained on that basis. That was the life of Muhammad. He was an individual, not interested in anybody else but himself, and also the Sahabas. The Sunnah cannot be compromised. So learning Arabic language to enter paradise is compulsory today, especially this period of arrogance, misinterpretations, compromises, and the selfishness. I am only the one who knows, and I will never support anybody, even from my tribe and from my country. I am the supreme. So that is my sincere advice, which I would like the Muslims to reflect. And if I'm wrong, I am wrong, but definitely I think I am right, because what I know on the Sunnah even is not known by any Arab scholar, because they keep on making mistakes on the Sunnah. They don't know the time of Fajr. They don't know how to break fasting. They don't know the time of Friday prayer. They compromise with their monarchs, kings. Who is an alim? Qa'imu Muqawm Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. They allow fajirs, jairs, illiterates to be our leaders, the ulama. They can't challenge them. So this is the reality. We should not hate one another. We should stop discriminating. Anybody who tells the truth, let him be appreciated and supported, but not to be made the leader. I'm not interested in leadership. Allow me to read and understand. Assalamu alaikum.